I'm Rashonda, and so I'm going to be doing a video about, it's just a questionnaire on Facebook that you, like, vote which one. So, yeah, I'm going to answer them and tell you why I think this. So it's like, where do you stand on these controversial parenting subjects? Can a child truly get a well-rounded social and academic experience through homeschooling? So I think they can get a well-rounded academic, depending on how thorough their parents are. But social, not so much. Homeschooling, you're at home. I mean, you can be social by going to sports and going out with friends and, you know, having fun. But at homeschooling, you're really just with yourself or your siblings. So you're probably not getting, like, the social part of it. But the academic, as long as, you know, you do the same work and you have parents who are on top of you helping you with the work, then yeah, I think so. Is it appropriate for a baby to be breastfed in public? Yes, it is appropriate. I mean, you can eat in public. Like, why can you go to a restaurant and eat, but a baby can't breastfeed in a restaurant? That's ridiculous. I nurse in public still, even though Zane's like 2.5. Is it appropriate to circumcise? Oh, and it says the percents. So for homeschooling, it was 73% said no, 27% said yes. For a baby to breastfeed, 85% said yes, and 15% said no. Okay, is it appropriate to circumcise newborn boys? So my answer was obviously no. Why is it okay to cut off part of your baby's penis? It's not. It's painful, it's traumatizing, and the foreskin's supposed to be there. It's not supposed to be cut off and you have this bleeding and this big ugly scar after, and no. And guess what? 71% of people voted no. That circumcision is not okay. And 29 said yes. So that's a huge difference. I'm actually really happy with this one. Circumcision is wrong. It's not okay to cut part of your baby's penis off. If you can't do it to girls, why is it okay to do it to boys? It's ridiculous. Keep your sons intact. Don't circumcise them. Protect them. This one I'm really surprised. Would you spank your child? So 51% of people said no, but 49 said yes. I was one of the ones who said no. It's wrong. Like, it's just wrong. You're not supposed to spank your children. If you need to punish them, you can put them in timeout for like a minute or whatever. But no, you're not supposed to hit any child. So would you let your baby cry it out? 58% said yes and 42% said no. So I said no. I don't think it's okay to leave your baby shut in a room crying. I mean, you're there to take care of your child, not let them cry it out. Yeah, it makes me actually really uncomfortable. Like, I was actually at my friend's house yesterday, and she lets her baby cry it out when she puts her to bed. And she was, like, bawling in a different room. And she just left it shut, you know, left her alone. I don't think that's right. I think, like, you know, first of all, your baby trusts you and expects you to take care of it. Like, you have that special bond. So why would you want to break it by letting your baby scream? And, you know, if you don't want to be a parent and have to deal with your child, then you shouldn't have had a child. I mean, I'm totally against abortion, so I'm not saying to do that. But I'm saying take care of your child. That's why you're a parent. Okay, do you vaccinate your children? 94 said yes, and 6% said no. So I have Zane vaccinated, but I mean, I don't know if I would if I was in the States. The vaccinations there are crazy compared to here. It's way more, and they get like a bunch when they're newborns and stuff. Like, Zane never got a shot when he was a newborn, and even like when he got his shots, it was maybe like 2 shots, 3 shots kind of thing. Not like in the States. Should drugs be administered for pain during childbirth? So 92 said yes and 8% said no. I really think it's the same. Your body, your choice. I mean, but then your baby's in there too. It's really, I don't think it should, but people are going to do it. Hey, sorry, my memory card was full, so I had to delete some stuff. So I'm not sure exactly where I was for the drugs being administered during childbirth. So I didn't really have anything. I felt a bit pressured by someone who was in the delivery room, so I did have some laughing gas, which I totally regret. But it is what it is, right? But I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of against it. If I have another child, I'd do it natural, and hopefully it's not as long as when I was in labor with Zane, because it was like almost 2 days. But okay, the next one is: would you schedule an elective C-section for the birth of your child? So 64% said no, and 36% said yes. So I'm actually really surprised that 36% said yes. I mean, why would you not try and have your child naturally? I just don't understand. Like, why would you just be like, hey, you know, I don't feel like pushing this child out, so can you just slice me open? That's scary. Like, I'm scared to have a C-section. Like, and my friends who had, like, a C-section by emergency, they said it was scary. So, I don't know why you'd willingly do that. But, okay. Is it okay for grade school age children to drink soda and caffeine? So I said no, and 68% other people did too. But, like, I don't know, like, I wouldn't give my 2.5-year-old pop, but I've seen parents give their 2.5-year-old pop, and I was kind of shocked, but there's a lot worse things you could do, like circumcise your child. Your child's a lot better off having a can of pop than being circumcised. I can say that much. So if there's a parent who leaves their kid intact but gives them pop, I'm all for it. Do you think the Common Core standards is an improvement on the way you learn math? I don't even know what I answered for this one, and really I don't even care. I think that, yeah, the older math taught them a lot more and stuff. I don't know. It depends really how the teacher teaches it. Like, I've had an amazing math teacher and shitty ones. So it really just depends. Do you share photos of your kids online? If so, obviously my answer was yes, which 69% of people do. But 31% of people don't. So I was also surprised by this. That's actually quite a big percent of people who don't share pictures of their children. Okay, the next one. Do you allow your children unsupervised access to social media? So 84% said no, and 16% said yes. So again, this depends how much you trust your children and stuff. Like, I don't know, it depends how old they are. Cameron, I think, pretty much is unsupervised, although who knows what he's up to, maybe he should be supervised. But I don't really care, I don't want to supervise. I don't want to know what he looks at. Although I've seen stuff pop up on my phone because his iPad and my phone are linked, and it'll be like hoverboard, chat with his one friend Steven. So it's like, okay. Do you co-sleep with your child? So my answer was yes. I still co-sleep with Zane, and I can't picture me like ever not sleeping with him, which I guess one day that time will come, but not for now. So only 36% said yes, which I'm one of them. Do you allow your kids to swear at home? Definitely not. But Cameron has Cameron's not my kid, but holy, he has a potty mouth. Like, sometimes I have to constantly be like with him when we're out, be like, stop swearing, like you're not cool. He's at that terrible teens. You know, he's past the terrible twos, now he's at the terrible teens. Is it ever appropriate to discipline someone else's child? No, I don't think so. I mean, you're not gonna like go and spank someone's child or something. I think you go find the parent and tell them. But you know, it kind of pisses me off when parents like ignore you. Like my one friend, her kid stole all of Zane's crayons and had her own crayons and wouldn't give him even one. And when I was like, can you get her to give Zane back his crayon? She ignored me, and I repeated it 5 times. And finally her friend, who was with them lots, was like, hey, can you give back the crayons? And still, she was like, they had to sneak it away from her. And the mom didn't even do anything. Okay, and the last question is it ever appropriate to put your kid on a leash? Yes, I think so. I mean, this was pretty close in numbers too. 53 said no, and 47 said yes. So, I think it is because, I don't know, the way I think about it is, what would you rather have? Your kid run ahead and get kidnapped, or you know, and have people judge you, or have people judge you for having your kid on the leash. It scares me when I read about like kids being kidnapped and stuff, and I mean, it's probably very unlikely for a child to be kidnapped, but there's always a possibility. So, you know, when I'm in somewhere busy, I mean, I don't do it in like Superstore or Walmart or whatever, but if I'm going to like the P&E or something, yeah, I'm bringing a leash. So if he tries running ahead, he's not getting far ahead, because Zane's fast and skinny, and I'm not willing to lose him. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.